are friends with somebody who is very highly sensitive, very highly attuned, and is empathic, and you ask them about their day, I guarantee you, especially if they've been on the healing journey for a long time, their whole day is consistently and congruently moving back into the body, somehow clearing the mind somehow, and feeling their soul and their spirit somehow. And it's interesting because when you are like a high functioning empathic person, you will see that almost your whole day has those little slots, are already in there, and it's very different for other people who don't have that. So it's like, when I talk to our clients, they'll have like a meditation practice, they'll have a tarot practice, they'll have an ice bath, and they'll have like their morning ritual, and then they'll have their afternoon ritual, and then they'll have their nighttime ritual. And it is so natural for them that they don't even realize that most people that are not necessarily highly sensitive don't have consistency and congruency when getting in touch with their body, getting in touch with their feelings, getting in touch with their soul, getting in touch with their spirit. So consistency and congruency is super important. And the way that you can simply break it down, because it can be overwhelming to have like a billion trillion things that you think you need to do, just think about the one thing. If I every day woke up, what would be the one non-negotiable practice and ritual that I know I would need to do in order to function? For me, it's a somatic practice. It's a practice where I'm utilizing my body, moving my body in a way that gets the energy flowing, allows me to downregulate or activate as I need. So what is that for you? And again, I'm sure you already have so many ingrained in your day-to-day life, you don't even realize it. And if you were to tell people like exactly what you did all day long, most like people who are not necessarily sensitives would just think it's like too overwhelming, right? So empaths need a somatic practice, so they can receive and they can give, and they need consistency and congruency in their practice. So that would mean something daily. And again, most of you all have something daily throughout the day. And it is funny because we're so used to continuing to regulate our system, continuing to kind of like deal with a system that has been intaking so much information and needs to kind of like download and regulate themselves. We don't even realize how many of those we have, right? But here's the thing. We can look at the data, right? And sometimes when we're kind of, what I call it, we fall off the bandwagon and we are feeling out of alignment, we can just simply look at the data, and we can simply look at what are those practices that I do on a daily basis. And for example, if we haven't meditated for the last 3 days or 4 days or week, it's very easy to see, oh, okay, this is why there's less productivity and flow in my life, because I simply haven't been doing that, without necessarily beating ourselves over the head because we haven't done the thing. And that's where I think on an emotional level, which will get us to the next thing, is on an emotional level, we can unconsciously, our egoic structure can try to beat us up for not being this perfectly spiritual practice person who has all of the perfectly implemented practices. So when we, from a productivity standpoint, just simply look at the data, look at literally our calendar and see like, ooh, wow, okay, I've been practicing this, this, and this, and ooh, that's creating an outcome where I feel more balanced, where I feel very energized at work, when I'm showing up and doing, administration things or working with my team or my clients, ooh, I feel, pretty, clear and energized and present.